Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday morning. We're here with another morning chat. And what do I want to talk about? Well, how about the saying, you can't help me if you can't help yourself? And I think there's a lot of people that's heard that, but either they don't know what it means or they're not taking the advice. There's an awful lot of people that mean well. They want to help as many people as possible, but if you have turmoil in your household, if you don't have all of your ducks in a row, if you don't have your affairs in order, then all you're doing is kicking the can down the road for yourself, or you're making things worse for yourself. And when somebody's in trouble, it's a good thing to help them out if you can. But if, again, your stuff is not in order and you help me, then that means that you are not in a good situation and you're probably going to need help, right? And so the best thing, I believe, in my opinion, that you can do is better yourself in whatever means that it is to better yourself. And if we're talking about preparedness, learn, ask questions, right? Go through and do whatever it is that you need to do to take inventory of physical assets that you have and the skills that you have and you are comfortable with and all that. And then make a secondary list of the things that you could use more of or you have none of, right? Just because you have started a single fire with, flint and steel, you did it once, maybe twice, right? It's not, you're not fully comfortable. It's one of those that should probably go on the list of needs more practice. If you have started a fire with flint and steel, in all sorts of conditions over and over and over, and you've failed multiple times and you've had successes multiple times, but you're pretty confident in it, good. You need to keep doing it so that way you can keep that confidence, but you can put that into the I'm confident pile. When we go through and we do self-evaluations and we're being honest with ourselves, it really gives us a much more clearer picture of where our focus and attention should be. Because if I have all of my ducks in a row, then that means that if somebody comes to me and asks me for help, I'm in a much better position, right? If somebody has something go horribly wrong and they need $10,000, how many of you have $10,000 in your bank account? Right. And even if you said yes, how many of you that did say yes have $10,000 that you could give away? No expectation of being paid back, right? No guarantees. There's probably not many, if any of you, that was able to say yes, especially to that last question. And I'm not saying to, give away all of your stuff. I'm much more into, teach a man to fish sort of philosophy when it comes to life. There is people that I know and trust that when they come to me for help, all they need is that little stepping stone, that little boost or whatever. And that's fine, right? Everybody, every once in a while, they just need that little tiny piece, just enough to get their head above water. They'll take care of the rest. Others, I tend to, hey, I'll tell you what, that $50 you need, that's fine. Here's $50. But instead of paying back, what I want you to do is I want you to come with me and we're going to go out here and we're going to do some practice. Or I want you to come over and we're going to do some stuff in the garden or whatnot. That's my repayment. I want to teach you skills so that way you are better off. Or let's sit down and let's look at your finances and go over a few things. Let's see if we don't have to go back down this road anymore, right? Because for me, I have my own personal team. When stuff hits the fan, I have my group. But there's also those that are my extended group, right? That is people that have their own teams and people that are just getting into preparedness and things like that. I'm not going to circle the wagons and shut everybody out, because I want to make sure that whether you live in Florida, California, New Zealand, Australia, whatever, the better that you do is the better that I do, right? I never know when I'm going to have a question of my own, right? I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. I tend to stumble upon stuff, and sometimes I need to bounce an idea off somebody. Sometimes I need to go, hey man, I keep trying this, but it's just not working. What am I doing wrong? I need a second opinion, a second set of eyes. Somebody may have a different technique or whatever. I ask for help, and quite often, because I'm usually the one that's very eager to learn. I want to know how to do something. So especially though, that if you live close to me, the better that you do and thrive, the more that if I need help when it hits the fan, I have that outside help. You know, maybe my crops aren't doing very well, but yours did. And maybe we can work out some sort of a trade or something along those lines. So we all need to be doing our best to help each other out now, because we're probably more than likely going to need a lot more help when the balloon does go up. So just something to think about. I hope that this rings true for a lot of people. But with that, I hope you guys have a great day, an amazing day, a blessed day. Stay tuned, because there's more information to come. And with that, remain united, because we're all prepping in this together.